All right, so you're in Photoshop. Let's take 7 by 5 inches. Okay, and let's click create. So over here we can change the background to black. Okay, now grab the type tool and then type gold. All right, so the font that we are going to use is Moongate. Okay, Moongate. You can download this shouldn't be something, or you can use any font that you want. Okay, but what I'm using right here is Moongate. Now let's change the color to this color. You can copy the color. Now let's go to FX blending options and let's check this. Don't click the square over here, click on the name bevel and emboss. Okay, but since I have this is the settings, so make sure the style is set to inner bevel, the technique is smooth, the depth is 700%, this direction is set to up, size is 11, the size matters, make sure the size is 11, soften 0, angle 90, and if yours the use global light is checked, uncheck that, and make sure the gloss contour you have the first one selected, and screen 50 multiply, make sure this guy is at multiply, and choose the color for this. Okay, this is the color code. All right, and from here we can add inner shadow. If you can't find your inner shadow or you don't find anything here, just come to FX and you can select whatever that's not in here. So let's click on inner shadow. All right, and make sure it's set to multiply and set it to black. Okay, and angle 90 and distance 0, choke 0, size 60. All right, and from here we will add stroke. Okay, so the stroke size should be 10. Position matters a lot inside. Okay, blend mode normal, opacity set it to 50 for now, we can tweak it later. Overprint checked, gradient, if drop this, don't set it to color, make sure it's set to gradient because the gradient matters, and that's what we are going to use for the overlay. Okay, so align with layer, we are not reversing anything. Okay, so angle 90 and the scale should be 100. All right, so now let's go into this. So your gradients, make sure you drop the basic and select the first one. Okay, and if you may have two, okay, only two color stops, which is one here and one here, so I'm going to guide you to get all these colors in the appropriate positions. Okay, so the first one, which is this guy, the location is 0, so pick this color code. All right, and when you click anywhere down here, you add a color stop. Okay, so add another color stop, and then the location, highlight or select this box and make it 8. The next one, the location is 8, and then you pick this color. All right, then add another color stop, and then the location, make it 28 and add this color. And then the next color stop, the location is 42 and you are taking this color. All right, so the next is 46 and you are picking this color. All right, so the next one is 53 and you are taking this color. Okay, so the next one is 67, the location is 67, you are taking this color. And the next one is 70, okay, and we are taking this color. I think this is white. Okay, so we are picking white, and the last one is 77 and we are taking this color. Okay, so make sure, I think you should have this. All right, now let's click OK. So for now, let's click OK. Now let's create a group and let's drag this guy into the group. Okay, and let's rename the group to text. The reason why we are creating this will come later. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a gradient. So linear, angle 90, click this, drop this and select the first one. Now where the location is 0, let's make the color black. After that, click anywhere here. Okay, change the location to 30 and black, make the color black. Now let's add another one and let's make the location 76, but this one let's change it to white. Okay, we are good. Now let's click OK from here and let's click OK. So let's right click and then create clipping mask. Okay, and let's change the blend mode to overlay. Okay, so you can name this light. Okay, so now what we are going to do is very simple. Let's grab gradient map down here. Okay, but we are going to use the gradient that we use for the stroke. So if I turn this guy off, you are going to use the same gradient color stops. Okay, so let's right click and then create clipping mask first, and let's drop this text group, this guy right here. Let's select that, and if you check down here, you see stroke, or you can go to FX blending options and then you select the stroke. So over here, if you click this guy, we need to save this, okay, so that we can use that in the gradient map. So you see new over here, click on new, it will be added. You see I've added multiple here. Click OK, click OK. All right, so let's come to the gradient map, click on the gradient preview, and then scroll down. You see your gradient, saved gradient. Okay, I'll click 1. All right, now you're good to go. You didn't change anything. Click OK. Okay, so for those of us who think, yay, I've done it, you can stop watching from now. But for us that are curious and we can make this guy better, let's continue watching. So what we're going to do is very simple. Let's select the light layer. Okay, let's create a new layer. Make sure your foreground is black. Okay, now let's go to window, did I say windows, filter, and we see render over here, 2020 and above. I think 2019 you should see render right here, and clouds. So it is clipped in, and I said we are going to make this guy better, but I made it worse. Oh my god, don't worry. Let's change the blend mode to lighten. Okay, it is still not better. This guy looks like a snake skin. So let's lower the opacity to 40. All right, and let's go to filter, blur, and then Gaussian blur. But before that, let's convert this to smart filters before we go back to filter, blur, and then Gaussian blur. And can set it to around, we just need to polish. We are polishing this gold. Okay, so if it is like this, then you like, or when it comes somewhere here and it's okay for you, you're good to go. But for me, I think I'm choosing let me see, so 45 is cool. I'm clicking OK. So this after and before, after. So if you check down here, you see Gaussian blur. You can go back and tweak it if you want. All right, so don't feel free to make changes. Okay, now of course you can go ahead and add noise. Okay, so let's create solid color. Okay, so let's pick ash, or maybe is it ash? All right, so you can pick any ash. Okay, now let's go to filter and noise, add noise. You can convert it to smart objects, or you can just rasterize it. Let's pick 7.7. Monochromatic checked. Click OK, and let's change this to, you can change it to overlay or soft light. Okay, so anyone that's good for you, you can go for that. So soft light, and you can lower the fill, okay, so that you won't have smooth surface. It doesn't matter if you take it away. Okay, if you like this or you like this, that's cool for you. And if you have any texture like this, you can place it on top. Okay, you just clip it and you change it to overlay, and you just lower the flow or the fill. Okay, so you have that texture in there. All right, but I'm not adding any texture. And of course you can go ahead and change this type to any other words that you want. Okay, you will still have your effect back. Okay, so thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to Cook Graphics. I'm out. Peace.